What's going on YouTube? How's everybody doing out there tonight? It's been a very sad 3-day weekend, especially with everything that's going on here in Texas with all the flooding and everything. Okay. I have no idea where Ernie's hiding at. I saw he was in the chat. Send a link. Randy should be popping in here soon. No telling who else will be popping in. Yep, there's Randy. Oh. Yeah, well, Arnie, I sent you the link. I'll try it again. Probably we're including the link and everything. The last part I included. Probably why it wasn't working. Yeah, I was going to say, last I heard is that about 80 people or 80 bodies have been recovered from everything over, Friday and Saturday, from all the flooding and everything that happened down the hill country. It's sad, and I wound up watching a video. This guy he's a meteorologist out of Houston, and he was describing how this all occurred. It's like, yeah, I mean, there was like not much you could do with the short warning that you did have. And I mean, they actually issued a warning about possibility of flooding like 1 o'clock in the morning. And then shortly after that, they said, got a warning, it's going to happen. And it's because of that tropical storm that came in through Mexico. It brought up all that Gulf moisture and everything. And then on top of that, there was a low pressure system right over the hill country that just made it. Like I said, no whoop whoop, wrong channel.
Hi, Mater.
Yeah, he was talking about how that tropical storm that came up through Mexico and that low pressure hovering over the hill country area, they combined and they just started dumping all the rain. The biggest problem is that the rain that came down, it collected in all the little creeks and streams that run into that main river, and it's not just 1 or 2, but you have the combination. All of those. Yeah, we heard that, Ernie. That's what caused the flooding. It's just a combination of, all, like I said, all the small creeks and little rivers that flow into that one river You get a little bit here and there, okay, that's no big deal. But when you get about 10 to 15 of those creeks and little rivers that, streams and everything that combine into that one at one time, that's what caused all the flooding. There's been videos out there showing all the damage and everything. It's like, wow. Like I said, last I heard was like 80, I think like 80 people, they found perished in it. And the majority of it's from that girls' camp. And Crystal was telling me about a video earlier someone had posted on TikTok. Thank you, Randy. Appreciate it. This one lady had posted on TikTok saying that camp was very racist because it didn't have any black or Hispanic girls in it. I'm going, that's not being racist. I mean, they weren't excluding, from what I understand, they were not excluding, other races.
Yeah.
It's just they happened to be what was attending it. It's like, would you say that an all-black college is racist because they don't have any white or Hispanic or Asian students? It's the same thing. It's like, so that college is racist because it doesn't have any white, Hispanic, or Asian students going to it. No, it's because it's demographically just an all-black college. And then some people said, I saw one that said, this is what happens when you vote for Trump. If Kamala had been president and everything, this wouldn't have happened. Yeah, it would have. Hey, Robert. Yeah.
Hi, Robert.
Yeah, that's true, Robert. I agree. But, yeah, I mean, really, you're going to want to try and blame the fact that this happened because Kamala wasn't president. It's a natural disaster. Okay.
Yeah.
So in 1900, you're going to blame the president of the United States for the hurricane that basically destroyed Galveston because it wasn't the other person that got elected? No. It's just a natural disaster. I mean, meteorologists, they were on top of all this, watching, giving out the warnings. Now, should they have evacuated? Probably. Did they? No. But did they get enough warning? To me, no, because there was video out there showing a state trooper standing on the bridge, and by the time you saw the first wave, it was at least 30 to 40 seconds before that water was already to them. That's how fast that water was rushing. I just mind-boggling that some people have the nerve and guts to say what they've said on TikTok and other social media platforms, saying that all the negativity about it. That's good, Randy. I still got to get out and finish mine. But we've been having rain for the past few days. It was like, nope. Even got this morning, it was already raining. So I got to wait at least a day or so before I can get out there and finish doing the mowing, let that dry out. Otherwise, it's going to be clogging up that mower like you wouldn't believe. Now I got to get out there and get it all finished. Hey, Terry.
Hi, Terry.
But, yeah, I mean, it's... Well, depends upon how old the mower it is, Randy. But, yeah, like I said, this was definitely been a very sad weekend here in Texas.
Where it got flooded. How far is that from you?
It's about 3 to 4 hours away.
Wow.
Yeah, it's about 3 to 4 hours south of me. And I've been down in that area. I mean, I love the hill country. It's very beautiful out through there. I mean, I've even been to Kerrville where all that happened. And of course, been to I know the name of the Fredericksburg. Yeah. Matter of fact, I've probably been. I know that been down to the Prunedales River, and that's one of them that got flooded. Been down to New Braunfels, went tubing down that area. But yeah, I mean that's beautiful area down there. Do something like that. I've been hollered at. We're right back. She said food's ready. Finally.
Yeah, and I'm finishing up my supper here. Yeah, I had meatloaf that I had made long time ago, frozen, and I cooked up some potatoes.
With a rounded bolt, they actually do make a special tool for that. Let me. Let's see here. I mean, they got different ones, especially here on Amazon, which is where I've been going to. Let me see which one they would recommend. Not looking for a screw, looking for a bolt. Go with this one here.
Hi, Robert.
That right there would be what you would need. Uh, get that rounded bolt out. Uh, Now, unfortunately, that's a complete set, but that's, that's the only way to do it. Because you're going to need something like that. Uh, and that should be like a half inch. If I'm not mistaken. So you get some choices there. It shows at the top. Uh, what it does is the teeth and everything, as you can tell, the way those teeth are is they grip in on the bolt and, uh, like I said, they grab a hold of it and make it come out. So that's what I would say. Otherwise, yeah, you're going to have to get in there with a uh, cutoff wheel and probably cut it out. I got no idea. Don't get me line on that, Robert. Hey, Robert. Other Robert Melhouse. Yeah. Got both of you in here. But, yeah, like I said, from what I've seen, I don't know if there's anything else on Facebook that shows it or not. I do know that, okay, wow.
Hi, Tommy.
Hey, Tommy, how you doing? All right, well, here's something. It's gone up. So, yeah, right now, 104 people. And they're saying that 10 girls are still missing. Oh, Randy, there's going to be idiots out there. Tommy, that's here in the hill country of Texas. Uh, they had a massive flood come through Friday night or Friday morning, early Friday morning.
Yeah, Randy, that happened to me one time. That was when I had both cats.
Get right here. Here's going to be another picture. It just, a lot of damage. I mean, I was watching one video with Ernie. This guy was a reporter and everything. He was at a RV lot or campground area, and they were painting over. Mind you, this was like Saturday, late Saturday, early Sunday, and they panned over to a tree, and they showed a canoe that was wrapped up and tangled in a tree, good 20 feet off the ground. And they panned over to another tree, and they showed how a travel trailer was literally wrapped around another one. You saw the bottom of it. They said that travel trailer came from another campground about 2 or 3 miles upriver. And then there was another video and everything. They were showing one of the buildings at Camp Mystic, and part of the whole building is totally gone. Just swept away from the flooding. I mean, it's I was going to say now, this is something else I do like that we've got here in Texas. We've got our, now HEB is a Texas-based grocery store chain. Now there's some in other states, but it started off here in Texas.
Yeah.
But as you can tell, you got what? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's only 5 vehicles heading down. They put that, when a natural disaster heads out, HEB is the one store that says, okay, let's start loading up supplies. We need to get them down there. They don't care about how much. It's like, hey, and as you can see on that one truck, the second one in, that's disaster relief. Yeah, so they are doing, that's what they're doing right now. Yeah, it has, Randy, and yes, I do prefer it being PG. Actually, I prefer it being G-rated. Yeah, you are, Robert. But Arnie's going to get a ding. Told you. I'm looking here on Facebook and everything. I just saw one of Arnie's posts and I clicked on it. Yeah, he's going to get that little ding and everything about it. But yeah, and there's something else. Hey, cool gamer. Now, what I do know that when it comes to football and everything, you've always got rivalries. I don't care if it's high school, college, or the NFL. You're always going to have rival teams. Here in Texas, yeah, we've got the rivalry between Cowboys and the Texans. But right now, because of all this going on, from last I heard was that both organizations have donated about $150 million towards the relief effort. And I just saw on Facebook that Houston donated $70 million. This is one of the pictures. But, I mean, you can see in that bottom right-hand corner, that probably really was a very nice King Ranch Edition Ford truck. But it ain't now. mean, yeah, it says Houston Texans coach D'Amico Ryans and players have donated more than $70 million and joined rescue teams searching for missing victims of the floods.
Meter down below.
What the? What was that, Arnie?
Oh, switching computers.
Don't do that. Start talking. Geez, I want feedback. But yeah, I mean, like I said, that's, I'm going through here and you know, you know, like I said, all the damage and everything that was done. Um, yeah, Walmart, they have sent out basically the portable restrooms on wheels, not the blue porta johns, but the actual uh, uh, bathrooms, everything that are on, or restrooms, I should say, on wheels, where they're going to be air conditioned and actually have running water.
Yeah.
Now on here it says the Astros just announced $1 million donation. Oh, come on, they could have done better. I mean, the Texans did $70 million. All right, right now, said that on today's date at 4:30, 104 people, 84 in Kerr, 7 in Travis, 6 in Kendall, 4 in Burnett, 2 in Williamson, and 1 in Tom Green County. So at least 104 people. Of course, the majority of that, is, uh, the adults and everything. And most of it's all except also out of that one camp. Oh, now this is nice here. Says a full moon in, so we can sleep 82 plus first responders or rescue teams in Fredericksburg. Thanks to the many neighbors who called to donate their homes and businesses, including the resort at Fredericksburg and Gateway Gathering. We'll feed everyone breakfast and dinner at our place. Gives the address. Robert, you might lose that bet.
Layla.
Yeah, and that's, like I said, that it's tragic. Like I'm saying, I just hope everybody, keeps, all those people in their thoughts. Another notification. Yeah, Robert, it's kind of like what Carol had to say. Brakes and scrap them. All that's on Arnie. All that noise is on Arnie's end, not mine.
No, it's mine now. I'm getting notification after notification.
I know, that's what I'm saying. It's not my end, it's on yours. All right, I've had too much coffee today. I'll be right back, unfortunately. Keep it going, Arnie.
Yeah. Spectrum Internet, weak signal. Oh. I don't know. I've just been having some issues with my internet lately. And I think maybe they're probably updating stuff on the polls, whatever. Yeah, Briggs and Stratton engines, when they were made here in the USA, that was when they were being produced in Wisconsin here, because my dad used to work for them.
Tommy, what would Arnie be able to give away? All right, since I got my dinner and everything, I'm going to keep my camera down while eating. But, yeah, Tommy, all right. Hey, I'd be down for trying to win some Harbor Freight tools. Tommy, are you going to be donating them? That way Arnie can give them away?
Yeah,
Now, go ahead.
with everything that I had coming up this month, probably be sitting here home for a month, not going anywhere because I cannot order batteries for my scooter this month.
Ooh. Yeah, that sale was only good till the 6th. Oh, they had some stuff I'd like to have gone and gotten, but unfortunately, the one thing I don't have is the money to go and buy something. Now, I will admit that I did order some stuff from Scamazon. Some of it's come in. I'm still waiting on one item. And what's real funny is it's saying it's arriving today, but it's not out for delivery just yet. It was due in yesterday, but it says your package is delayed due to a late arrival at an Amazon facility. Well, I guess that's what I get for that driver going to go too damn fast and get pulled over by the police. Or maybe a stupid driver out there making the big rig have a crash. I don't know. I have seen that. Yeah, that's probably true, Tommy. Well, good, Robert. I hope you realize something because a lot of people didn't. I forget how many people actually did watch the video. But yeah, I want to thank those that did. Congratulate me on finally hitting the 1,000 subs. I did not ever expect to be over 1,000. Now, if I just get my watch hours and everything back to where they should be, I should be back to being fully monetized. I don't know where. I do know that I'd gotten some subs, gotten the watch hours, and then boom, they were gone. So that's the only thing is that when you get a subscriber, yeah, YouTube does count their watch hours, but when they leave, they take all those watch hours away. So if I had someone that had a whole bunch of watch time, that got taken all away. Well, that works. Let me go over here and let me take a look, see what my see if I can remember how to get in there and analytics. All right, well, it shows I'm at 1,016 subscribers, which is good. Because I haven't got any. Uh, I'm not making any money just yet. So as of right now, I'm at about 3,500 watch hours. So still about 500 watch hours away from hitting the 4,000, which means I can go back to which means then I can be being fully monetized. So working on it. But I do know, like I said, that uh, with the 3 surgeries I had back in March, I know that did not help.
Yeah. The heck was that?
I have no idea. I have no idea what you heard.
There was some sort of like a weird bang sound.
Huh. I didn't hear anything.
Not like a firecracker sound, but something else.
Huh.
Kind of
One thing,
sound like someone like slammed something down hard.
huh.
like this sound.
I didn't hear it. One thing I've been trying to do is get things cleaned up here in the garage while it's raining outside, and get a few other things done. Um, been getting things put away, getting rid of some uh, excess trash and everything. I've just been putting off, clean up here and there, trying to get things reorganized.
Yeah.
And one thing I definitely want to see about doing also is see about getting another miter saw station built. Because right now with that miter saw I've got, since I went from the 7 1/4 to the 10 inch, that 10 inches at a different height. Uh, so right now everything off to the left is wanting to dip down. So I need to get something else made, or get the uh, one where the miter saw itself is sitting on, uh, get that dropped down. So I don't know. Randy, I didn't hear, whatever it was that he heard is probably in his own figment of his own imagination. And
No.
we all know he's got a weird and strange imagination.
Yeah, it was a bang sound I heard.
Yeah, one thing I was going to say is that now what I wound up ordering and got in from Amazon, I got some more of those food bowls. I got another 4-pack of the small, 4-pack of the medium, and 4-pack of the large. And actually made 2 different ones. Started making one for the large, miscalculated on everything on it. I go, crap. And so I went up restarting and everything, made another one uh, for the large bowls. And we actually have that in the bedroom now, and actually using 2 of those bowls for scouts. Then the one that I messed up on, it was perfect for the medium size as far as width. Lengthwise, it was too long. So I want to find me a piece of scrap and everything. Found the perfect piece and got that glued down. That way it's a divider in between those each side. Mimi, hey, Roadrunner. But yeah, I got that done, and I'm gonna see. I gotta see about getting with some, a couple of maybe start off with the one flea market got around here, and see what it takes to set up a little booth and everything over there, and maybe see about starting to get some built, um, different sizes, stuff like that, and start off that way, and start doing a few other things too. I'm trying to get like, hey, Mr. Bill Beckett, how you doing? Because Arnie decided to go and check out that noise, see what was causing it, see what trouble Layla was trying to cause. Uh, Bill Roadrunner, hey, I don't know if you guys heard, but yeah, so far they're already saying it's like 104 people perished in the flooding here in Texas. It's also the fact that some people have been putting out there on TikTok very bad remarks about it as far as everything that happened. Um, and one of the remarks was, "Oh, this wouldn't happen if Kamala was president." I'm going, shut the hell up. You don't know. You're speaking out of the wrong hole. When it comes to people like that, I know I don't usually say the language and everything, but right now, I'd be telling them, shut the hell up. If I wanted to hear from an asshole, I'd fart or talk to Arnie. Speaking of which, I think we just heard from one.
Oh,
I don't think they've got an intelligent brain cell left in their head.
hi, Bill. Hi, Roadrunner.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get why people have to be so cruel and everything when you've had something like this happen. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Uh, I agree, Randy. I totally agree with that. 1,000%. You know, I never have even heard uh, anything from him at all. I know that money, he actually uh, got a hold of me, want to know if Crystal and I were okay. I said, yeah, we're fine. Hell, Cajun's probably got me blocked, you know, as far as on his phone, because I do know that uh, you can go in and you can block a phone number uh, to where you can't see if they're calling. It'll go straight to their voicemail. Matter of fact, I'm going to try something. Oh, and I had to oh, make. I went making some phone calls today. Yeah, that's probably true. Oh, but anyways, I'm gonna try and get a hold of somebody. Actually, I'm sending him a little text. I'm actually sending Money Maniac a text right now. I don't know when he'll see it and respond back. And 3 more days to go back under the blade. But yeah, it's one of those phone calls I had to make today was from I got a bill in uh, from when I had the carpal tunnel surgery done. For some reason, they sent the bill up to my insurance company. Insurance company responded back, and undoubtedly that anesthesia company, they sent it the wrong way. So I contacted them today because of the bill I've gotten in with phone calls and text messages. And they said that, yeah, I had talked to my insurance. I was like, huh? Yeah, so I contacted the insurance company and they said, yeah, we'll be glad to take care of this. And then another one, a bill I gotten in, was from the hospital when I cut the back of my hand. It seems that that company there, they had the wrong information. They had the wrong insurance and everything. So they said, "Oh, we got." They didn't realize they had all the wrong information. So they've got all the right information to bill the insurance company now. They had a like Instar insurance or something like that. I go, that's not my insurance. Again, the insurance I've got. They go, "Oh, we've got that listed here also." Oh, what was the other? There was a number on there. It was the group number. They had the wrong group number on it. No wonder y'all had all the wrong information. So now all that's hopefully gotten straightened out. I've got one more I got to try and get a hold of, which I'll try tomorrow. Try getting the bill paid. Not that much, but never could. I've been trying and never have been able to. And then I got a different bill in today from a collection station for the same one I've been trying to get paid. I never have been able to.
Here's something that I found out: collection agencies you can actually ignore because you never had a contract or anything with them.
Right,
I just heard about that on another channel.
right. Now, I'll admit I've gotten sued by one. No, Bryn's in here. I didn't see her.
I didn't see Britain.
Oh, hey Bryn, how you doing?
Hi, Britain.
Really never bored? Yeah, really, Frank? But yeah, I agree, Robert. Yeah, one. I mean, matter of fact, when I was trying to give the guy the group number and everything, he kept saying it wrong. I was saying H8. He goes H8. No, H8, as in the number 8. How's class going? Oh. But anyways, no. Actually had a one of those collections agencies sue me, and they've actually taken me to court. Of course, a couple of months ago, I had to go before the judge and everything. Um, and it's like I watched some of the videos and I asked the attorney representing them information about it. She couldn't provide any of that information, so it's been put on a no. I'm about 3 to 4 hours north of that flooding and everything that happened here in Texas. The only thing we've gotten is some of the rain from it all. And right now they're saying 104 people have perished. But like I said, I want up going to it. And she goes, well, I'll tell you what, here's the phone number. Why don't you call them? And this, that, and the other. And went back before the judge. And okay, be back 3 months. Never made that phone call because I had everything else going on at that time. Dealing with the hand, trying to get back to work, the therapy, and then finding out all this other. I never called it. But one thing I did find out that I didn't know about is if you ever get sued by somebody, okay, one strong piece of advice. You want to go to the court date and everything. Doesn't matter. Okay. You have the prosecutor or attorney and everything. And all right, Randy, have a good night.
Hi, Randy.
Yeah. Go before the judge, and they say, how do you plead and everything? You say 4 words. Straight to the judge. You look at the judge and look at the prosecutor and go, I plead the 6th. Plain and simple. It's like, well, why would you want to plead the 6th? Well, 6th Amendment says if you're getting sued, you have the right to be appointed an attorney to represent you. It's in the Constitution. So if you're getting sued by somebody, you don't have the money for an attorney, walk in, I plead the 6th. That means they have to stop what they're doing. They have to provide you an attorney free of charge. And I wish like hell I'd known about before I went for the city on all this other BS and everything's going on. Because then they would have had to have gotten me an attorney to fight it and they would have known what questions to ask and everything. Yeah, like I said, we're right. That's exactly what it is. And they have to appoint you an attorney. That's what the Sixth Amendment to the Constitution is. It's just like, like they say, like when they reach you like your the rights. If you can't afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you. Yep. So I don't remember exactly what day it is. I think it's next week. We'll have to get with Crystal on it. But I do have an appointment to go back before the judge, dealing with the city, and everything. Now, I got a feeling that it's mainly because they wound up going at first, no, you've got until such a time to pay all this. I've never argued about having that held against me. The Miranda rights, yeah. Especially it depends on how Miranda looks. But yeah, I mean, I've got that. Like I said, this is dealing with the city. Hey, it's kind of funny the fact that they decided to do all this after I posted that one video about, hey, car runs. That's on Facebook, or not Facebook, but yeah, you could have left it. But now when I gotta go back later this month for the other one, I'm gonna walk in. Your Honor, I plead the sixth. They're gonna have to get an attorney. That company's gonna have to help pay for having an attorney to represent me. Because, like you said, I didn't have a contract with this collections agency.
Yeah.
And they have to show all the documents because now there are some clauses. I don't care if they are or not. I mean, that's fine if they want to be watching, but hey, they'll probably watch later, which I know they watch because they, they actually mentioned that in the last time I was there. Talking about the city tyrants. But that's fine. That's said straight to her face. That is my First Amendment right. And everything. She shut up about that. But yeah, I mean, of course, with the way my hand and everything was, I couldn't really do anything to get out to try and get a video made showing the car could and will run under its own power. But that day I videotaped it. Yeah, if I'd actually been out driving, I would have gotten pulled over and arrested for DUI, and it definitely would have been driving under the influence. Because I was very much on the prescription pain relievers, as much pain as I was in. Oh yeah. I don't know how good it's going to show up or not, but this is something that I've noticed. Y'all see that little red bump there on my finger? That little red bump, that's where my finger is bled. Okay, that's probably the other end of that bone fragment that's trying to poke through that end. So I got a feeling that bone fragment was supposed to have healed and everything. It's already trying to poke through right there, not on the side. So this Thursday, we're going to find out for sure exactly what's going to have to be done. But yeah, like I said, when I have to go before the city court and everything again before that judge, hey, this is all dealing with that trial. I'm gonna plead the 6. Because the city never did, come up with any proof saying it's a junk motor vehicle. There's also the fact is that according to the city's website, all I gotta do is show proof that the vehicle can run under its own power, and that would take care of the whole thing, saying it's not a junk motor vehicle. I showed that supervisor, the head guy over code enforcement, I showed him that video. He had proof that it's not a junk motor vehicle. It can run under its own power. So like I said, right now, yeah, they're probably wanting to backtrack. It's like, oh crap. Some of those attorneys I've tried to get a hold of never have heard anything from them. So yeah, like I said, I go walk in, I'll plead the 6. No, I'll tell you, I got a response back. Oh, Dolly Money Maniac doesn't even talk to Cajun. Yeah, the Sixth Amendment, the U.S. Constitution protects the rights of the accused in criminal trials, including the right to legal representation. The accused has the right to legal representation, including appointed counsel if necessary. Ooh. Let's see, this thing I gotta go back before the city again. This is something else. This is in 1791. Okay, it was ratified. Okay. 1963, the Supreme Court case Gideon v. Wainwright established that the right to counsel applies to state criminal proceedings, ensuring that indigent defendants have a right to appointed counsel. Oh yeah, they are, Robert. Hey, I'm gonna be pointing this stuff out to the judge. So yeah, I mean that's and as far as that's what the city. Uh, Now, one thing I am going to need to try and find is an attorney that be willing to possibly go after the first um, orthopedic doctor dealing with the hand, with everything that's happened. Because if it was something that, since they didn't want to do anything on the 21st of May because of the x-ray, which this doctor I've got now, I'm fixed to go in and have her do. She saw basically the same thing. Oh yeah, there's a problem we need to get fixed. So to them, it's like, no big deal. But yeah, Robert, yeah, I think the city's fixing to. They're fixing to find out they start stepping on the wrong toes. Let me go over here and look for something. They're still that package I'm waiting on from Amazon. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I just found this video. So let me.
And I just found the one that I saw a few days ago.
Yep.
Whoops. Forgot to put the link in.
All right.
There we go.
Let's see if I can get this to.
July 4th, campers and residents near the Guadalupe River were caught completely off guard. Torrential rain poured in. In just 45 minutes, the usually scenic river turned deadly, rising 26 feet and overtaking campsites, homes, and vehicles, and the damage is widespread. Hundreds of homes.
Yeah, look at the damage done to that house. We're talking, like she was saying, in fact, it rose 26 feet. There was, like I said, one video I wound up seeing, and in that one video, just a matter of few, about a minute, the river had rose at least 20 feet up underneath the bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Homes are flooded. More than 80 people have lost their lives. Dozens of people are still missing. And
yeah, I mean, look at the damage, the carnage that, the water had done. Yeah, I mean, I don't know exactly where all this is at, but I do know it's down there. I mean, a lot of that. I mean, look at the trailer. This is a camping trailer, a tandem axle camper. I mean, you've got. It looks like one of those awnings, the foldable, awning things that you unfold it and everything. You got shade and everything for camping.
Easy up tent.
Yeah, an easy up tent. Yeah, and, I mean, it looks like you got part of the canopy right here, and I had no idea what this is, but that's got wheels and everything.
More storms are on the way. In moments like this, the need is urgent and hope matters more than ever. Together with friends like you, Convoy of Hope is on the ground distributing relief supplies like food, water, cleaning kits, and hygiene supplies to the thousands affected by this devastating storm.
And that's the one thing I do like is the fact that you've got all these different agencies that are coming in to help. They don't care. It's like they say, see people in need. Yeah.
Together with you, we are making sure people who lost everything in the matter of minutes have hope.
Yeah, like they say, matter of minutes. It's like they didn't know how bad it was going to be.
Know that they are not alone. They have what they need to feed their families and get back on their feet. Join us in delivering hope at convoyofhope.org.
So, yeah. Like I said, it's that bad down there. Trying to see if there's anything else on here. Yeah, right now it says there's still at least three missing. It says on here, it says many of the girls in the cabins just 200 feet away from the Guadalupe River were unable to flee as the water rose 20 feet in just 90 minutes. "20 feet in an hour and a half." I mean, if you think about it, I mean, what would you do if all of a sudden that they said, okay, we got flood warning, you need to leave? If you were given an hour and a half, would you be able to have enough time, especially at 2 o'clock in the morning? Would you be able to get out in time? Most people probably not. I mean, to me, it takes me an hour and a half just to wake up, and that's after having a couple cups of coffee and some cigarettes.
Yeah.
So, like, most people can Wake up, jump out of bed, and they've already got their clothes and everything on. They're ready to go. You woke up at 2:30 in the morning from a dead sleep. How coherent are you going to be? Probably not that much.
Yeah, with me, I would just take my important stuff, grab Layla, and go.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, that's the whole thing is that all came so fast. Definitely fast and furious.
Shoot.
Don't strain yourself trying to pick it up. We know what happens when you do that. Oh, by the way, what happened to Elaine going live today for bingo?
Not sure.
Because I know usually she goes live on Mondays and Thursdays.
For Saturday night when I went live with Bingo.
Yeah, I forgot all about that. I apologize because, like I said, I've been out here in the garage doing a lot of stuff. Been cleaning up a lot on that side over there. Been cleaning up a bunch of stuff back here.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've already taken about 2 or 3 small bags of wood pieces out. And these are basically just like, okay, I can, save them for later. I could probably use them for something else. Like, I did not realize how much I'd collected over the, past year and a half or so. And it's like, no, I need to get rid of this. Yeah, this is all stuff I need to get rid of.
Yeah.
So I just started packing it all up and was like taking that to the trash can. Getting that all done.
Yeah, I think it was Saturday. Elaine said that she had fell and hurt herself.
Oh, that's not good. But yeah, like I said, for me, I was busy and everything. I wasn't in front of the computer. Like I said, I wound up making that those 2 raised food bowls and everything from the stuff I got from Amazon. Um, Scout likes hers. The other one I've got inside the house. That second one is like, this is a screw up.
Yeah.
Like I said, I was also going through my scrap and everything. I was like, no, I've got other pieces I can use instead. Like, no, I'm getting rid of it. That was, some of the long, thin pieces, like, no, I was getting it all cut down to about 4 or 5 inches in length. That way, easier to go in the bag, take up a lot less room. And I mean, some of the pieces I've actually used it to make the stuff I've got inside the house right now.
Yeah.
So actually, tell you what, be right back. Let me go get the one I've got in the house that's not being used. I'll be right back. Let me go get that one.
Yeah. What you want, Layla?
All right. And it's so difficult because I got to operate the mouse left-handed. I can't do it right-handed like normal. All right, let me go solo. We can see this.
Layla?
All right. So, anyways, this is actually the second one I wound up making. Okay.
Yeah.
It's only about 3 inches tall, and the bowls are now about 2 3/4 inches off the floor. But like I said, this was the second one I wound up making because I actually started making this for the bigger bowls of the like this. This is I think the 8 ounce and the bigger ones are 12.
Yeah.
So I went up cutting the pieces, did my measurement. Okay, I cut them that way. I didn't take into consideration the thickness of the boards themselves. So it was too narrow and not long enough. Crap. So I actually made the second one, which is in the house. I'm not bringing that one in. But the bowls, as you can tell, they just, they fit in there no problem. But since I had this much longer gap, I just found another piece of the same material this is, cut it, I got it glued down. Just take up the space and everything in there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, for something like that, let me go back to being normal here. I would say, at something like that, since that doesn't take all that much to do, I was thinking, like $40 or something like that. And that would include the bowls too. But I mean, I only put that centerpiece in there because of my screw up. Whereas the other one that I've got in the house, it doesn't have to have that divider. But this one here, like I said, it's got the 8 ounce bowls.
You should make another variation of that.
What's that?
I'll show you.
Yeah, these here are the 8 ounce. And the other ones I've actually got inside are 16 ounce, not 12.
Like these bowls are tapered a little. And what? Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
And what you should do is you should make something where it like sits in a little. Because when Layla had her cone on, she would take her bowl and flip it over.
Right.
And food would dump everywhere or water.
Yeah, that's what I planned on doing also is getting some. That's why I wound up ordering these. These are ones I actually got from Walmart.
Yeah.
So the plan is actually get one where it's actually got a hole where they set down. But right now, I've got these I've ordered off Amazon. So it's like, hey, why not use them?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's one option. Now, the other, I go to use these. The plan is to use a different wood and everything, and actually have it with legs, not where it's just sitting totally flat on the floor.
Yeah, because her bowls I just took out of the thing so she could eat her food easier with the cone on it.
Yeah.
I don't know how she did, but she would always flip them.
Well, probably because she's getting the cone up underneath it, and that's what's happening.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, I've got this. I've got these here. Right now, one of the things I want to work on is take my little palm router and get a little jig and everything made up for cutting circles out.
Yeah.
So that's something I want to see about doing. I mean, I've already looked at, cost of material and everything. I'm going, it's not that expensive.
Yeah.
I want to get it to where, it looks nice. I mean, I like the fact of that where the top is set down some for these. Now, as far as where, if I take these other bowls where they actually sit down in there, then I'd be doing it different.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be flat across the top.
Yeah, like even if it was just set in a little bit or whatever.
Right. But that would still give it a chance to roll around that way. See, with these right here, it's got that flat lip. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, right. Gives it more of a chance to stay flat down and not tip out.
Yeah.
But with these here, I would definitely have to have it on legs. I'd have to, instead of having it where the sides and everything are the 3-inch, I mean, I can still do 3-inch wide. But the fact is, I'd actually have to have legs on it. That way, you can be able to go up underneath and be able to push the bowl up and lift it up out of there if you want to, clean it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm giving, it might be that hopefully start selling some of this stuff on Etsy maybe. I might be, selling on Etsy and flea market. I'll sort of, local flea market.
Yeah, because this is her current one.
And where'd you get that one at?
This they got at Walmart. Of course, they took the metal bowls out because they were so shallow. So I just put these in place of the metal ones.
Now, got 2 questions for you on that. One is, how much was it? And second, was it American? Was it made in Wisconsin?
No. I think this was like less than $10.
So you're paying for something cheap, production made probably over in China.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, it works and everything, but it's not, handmade. Probably everything done on, a production line and everything on CNC machine. Hey, Ariel.
Hi, Ariel.
And like I said, they're mass producing. I mean, they probably got the one machine that the only thing is running the wire and everything through, cutting it to a certain length and everything, and then they take it over to another machine that probably puts the bends in it. And that's all it's doing. I mean, you don't really have anybody doing much. Everything's all done by machine.
Yeah, because the original metal bowls on there, they were like half-inch deep, and that wasn't much for food or water.
Right. See, this right here, I think I'll tell you how deep it is. Oh.
And that's why I got these bowls for her, because they're deeper and they also
Right.
sit in there.
Right. I know I got my tape measure. It's just on spotted right now.
No, Layla, there's nothing in here for you.
Well, then.
Smooth your food back, though, so I don't run you over.
All right. Now, mind you, these are the small ones from Walmart. That's about 2.5 inches.
Yeah.
That's almost 2.5 inches deep. And it's like, let's say 5 3/4 inches around.
Yeah.
And give it, I'd say to be on the safe side, 2 1/4 inches deep.
Yeah.
I mean, and like I said, those are, I forget how much they were. Now, these here that I got, I think now these right here, I think are 8 ounce.
Yeah.
I know smaller than that right there, but the bigger ones were 16 ounce. But I think that one right there I just showed I got from Walmart was like, I think 12 ounce. So
Yeah.
something like this would be perfect for a cat, small cat.
Yeah. Because the one I have for Layla was actually for a small dog like Scout.
Yeah.
But I figured it'd be perfect for Layla too.
Well, see, the ones that I've got in there, those are actually, I'm using them for Scout. And I took away the big ones that she had, and she didn't seem to have a problem with it.
Yeah.
Of course, now one thing they say is that supposedly, now I don't have any medical confirmation on it, is that it helps with the digestive tract and everything for animals. That way they're not having to bend their head and everything down.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I can see the point on that.
Yeah, because she had to bend her head all the way down because I really didn't have anything else to raise her bowls.
Right. But like I said, that one there that you were showing, Walmart. Yeah, I know you can go to Walmart, probably get them off Amazon. But like I said, they're China, Pakistan, India.
Yeah.
They're all made overseas on a big mass production line. And
Yeah.
you probably got, I know you've probably seen the videos, people out there, they're over there, they're walking around in sandals and everything. And they're not, very old or, everything. They're just out there. They're just say, okay, do this. So, okay, fine. Put the piece in there, push the button or whatever, machine does the work. And you're going to be able to crank out thousands of those every single day.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. It's like, get mass production or something like that. Yeah, you're able to get that many of them made. It's like where, the cabinet shop I was working at. We were able to get, crank out, I'd say about two to 250 cabinets per day. But that's on a long production line also.
Yeah.
Of course, now that's when we get everything once it's all made. That's not, because you got about 3 other departments that are working on this stuff a few days before we even get it. We were on the assembly line, okay? So your sides, your bottoms, your back, all that stuff. Those are all cut in one area. And then you had to send all that off to the different machines to cut all the grooves and holes, this, that, and the other into it. And then you got another department that they're doing the framework, for the base on it, getting that cut to right length, getting it all put together. Then it's got to go to paint department. It's got to get painted and everything. So, yeah, you've got all these other departments that are working on this stuff way before we would even get it. And then, like I said, for us, it's like, we were doing probably, I'd say about 30 of them an hour. And that's by the time we started, by the time it hit the end of the last one we did, by the time it hit the end of the line, it was probably about an hour. So we're doing about 30 of them an hour.
Yeah.
Provided there was no problems with it or anything like that. But that's the whole thing about, now when you get into something like that stand that you've got there, yeah, they're probably making hundreds of thousands of those a week. Like I said, you've got the one machine, the guy, he brings the crane over, got the wire, roll the wire and everything, puts it in there, hits the button, the machine's constantly rolling it through, cut, roll, cut, roll, cut, roll, cut.
Yeah.
And that's why, that's the main reason why they're able to sell them so cheap. Like I said, you can't do that with something that's handmade like I'm doing.
No.
That's the whole thing behind it is like, yeah, I'd like to see mass production on stuff like this made out of same materials. Not going to happen. Ariel, I don't know if you saw or not, but we've had the flooding and everything here in Texas and over in the hill country. And so far, the fatality rate has jumped up to, I think, 104. And just the damage from it all it's just unbelievable how they said that. Well, the Guadalupe River rose like 26 feet in 90 minutes from all the rain. Went from being normal to the flooding and everything in just an hour and a half. Roads, bridges, all taken out. That one camp, I They were saying that the buildings were about 200 feet away from the river at normal. That's a lot of water coming through.
Yeah.
And I got a feeling that, the total is going to go up from it all. Um, yeah, Chris would kill me if I got something like that. What if I get something like this and get hung up in the bedroom?
Hmm.
Now that's a ceiling fan Randy needs to get. That would be the perfect ceiling fan for Randy.
Yeah.
Yeah, trying to see if I can find some more information on it. Oh, now this is something that a friend of mine and everything, he posted on Facebook. And I agree. For those posting that the flood victims somehow deserve to suffer, please don't stop. We need to know who the sick and demented scum in the society are. Thank you for identifying yourselves. Karma. I definitely have got to agree with that. It's like right here, they're showing a picture of a couple and everything, and saying how they had passed and everything, but their kid survived.
Yeah.
That's bad when, you've got a young couple and everything, and now their kids are going to have to grow up, um, without their family, without their parents.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says on here the two youngest children were rescued from the flood and currently dealing with the loss of their parents. All right. Right now, it's saying that City of Kerrville has got a temporary flight restriction going on. In other words, if you got a drone or anything like that, keep it on the ground. Nice, Robert. Hopefully you want to recording that. I'll have to see about watching for it. Like this right here, they were talking about 8-year-old was found part of the Camp Mystic. Got college football coach. Uh, his daughter's missing. Wow. There's another couple that the remains have been recovered and the sons are still out there. Wow. There's a video out there. Y'all, I'm not familiar with the guy, the artist. Goes by the name Jelly Roll. Uh, shows on here that he's donated $250,000.
Yeah.
He went writing a song called "Angels Don't Pack Their Bags." If that's true or not, I don't know. I haven't heard. Yeah, that's true, Robert. I agree on that. Another 8-year-old, they found the body. I mean, these are just kids. Haven't even had a chance to grow up. Didn't sure I got that many people watching. We're right back. The coffee's still talking to me. We're right back.
Yeah.
All right, I feel better.
Yeah,
Oh.
that too, Robert.
Oh, one of the part is I can't believe that Ed decided to finally make his presence known this late in the stream. He's finally decided to come by and blow his horn. Arnie, you've been doing that all night. But
Yeah, because I'm drinking Coke.
yeah, but like I said, it's just I'm really shocked and at awe and everything. Um, oh yeah, here's a picture of
Hi,
one.
Chris.
Hey, Chris. Um, yeah, that's a picture of the building there at Camp Mystic, where the whole addition has been ripped away. Now you can see in the background right here, that's the river. Normal, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
But when it's coming up 26 feet higher, it's coming up to this level here. Uh, Probably not. But yeah, I mean that's here's another picture from that camp. The inside of one of those cabins. The water level was at least up to here. And that's, that level right there is above the top of the mattress for the person in the top bunk.
Yeah, it looked like someone was in there and threw stuff around, but
Now that's probably because of all the raging water coming through there.
yeah.
I'll try and find that other. Yeah. And there's a picture of the front of one of the buildings they've got there. I mean, that's just, can't imagine the fact that, you know, that river, it took only 90 minutes to get that, you know, have that much water to come through and raise the river up that much in just 90 minutes. At 2 o'clock in the morning. And Bill, for one thing, I've got these tarps up because of how warm it gets and everything. Instead of trying to air condition the entire garage, I've got a lot smaller area to try and do. And it helps. That's why I've even got this one here put up. Because on the other side is where I had that bed sheet and everything. And it was helping some, but that cold air would still go through it. I got this up, it's made a big difference.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm already over my 2 hours. I know I've got time that I'm still going to have between now and the 13th. I'll take a look, see how much time I've still got left, according to StreamYard. I don't know. My hell, Thursday is when I got my surgery, Thursday. So I may run longer on Wednesday. I may do something on Thursday evening. I don't know. I hadn't made up my mind yet. Anyways, Arnie, you got any final words before I shut this down then?
Yeah, I hope everyone has a good night. Stay safe wherever you are. And I should be live tomorrow.
Alright. Well, I appreciate everybody coming in on the chat and everything, having Arnie up here on panel. And of course, the main thing is also just keep everybody in your prayers as far as what's happened here in the Hill Country in Central Texas. Those that, have lost their lives. Especially, all the young girls and everything there at the camp that, we're talking about, I know a lot of them were saying like ages 8. I know there were some older, probably some younger. I don't know. I've not found that stuff out. But yeah, just keep them in your thoughts. And also, hey, I appreciate, everybody that's got me to the 1,000 subscriber mark. I didn't ever think I was even going to get that many. Like I said, I was surprised when it hit the 500. It's like, okay, that's probably about as far as I'm going to go. But hey, I appreciate everybody that's, got me there. And I said it'd probably be beginning of August by the time I do the live stream for the giveaway. So keep watching the video. All right, until next time, everybody, y'all stay safe. God bless. Be alert, because you never know when natural disaster is going to hit. So, till then, good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.